Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. Today, it is time to send in the male corn snake and the male bredlis. They're home, they're fed, they're warm, and they are ready to breed. So you are coming with me, and we're going to take a look at both of these studs before we send them into action. Breeding is all about focusing on the females, so today we're going to focus on these two males and give them some love. So, this beautiful boy right here is none other than the male Red Zeppelin I've been telling you about. This is a feisty one. He's about 3 years old, produced by my good friend Glenn Brooks of Glenn Reptiles, who's very, very kind, wonderful, amazing colubrid breeder who's local to me. And I got these from him a few years ago. And they bred for me last year, and we slugged out. Got 2 clutches of 100% infertile eggs, and I didn't cool them last season, so we'll see if that's the variable that will make the difference. So here he is. You guys have seen him once or twice before. He's looking fabulous. Really, really high orange male Red Zeppelin Corn Snake. Really, really awesome. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Red Zeppelin mutation, it's basically a true line-bred Okatee corn snake albino from the Okatee Hunt Club, from the Okatee region, that's only been bred with other true Okatees from that area and no other albinos, just bred back in as an albino that popped out of wild Okatee stock allegedly. So the true blue, pure albino Okatee stuff that was maintained in that way gets the fun name Red Zeppelin. So here we go. I'm gonna pop him in with his lady. She's well fed. She's had 3 meals. She's sitting right there in a nice mossy, moist lay box, and we're gonna introduce him, see what happens. If you're curious, male goes in the female. I write a little note down on the date of when I introduce them, put both index cards there so I know that they're both in there, and I keep a close eye on them. So it's not a set and forget, although corn snakes are pretty mellow. So I'm gonna keep an eye on them, try and track any locks, any actual pairing activity, and rinse and repeat. Essentially, we'll give them a few days, pull them out, feed, separate, and then repair and do the same thing until we start seeing breeding behavior. So fingers crossed. All right, here's my male Lazic line Reptiles Python, Morelia bredli, also known as the Centralian Python. This boy is extra dark for the winter as they get, pretty normal. But he happily fed for me yesterday, and he is rearing to go. Really excited for what should hopefully be a second beautiful clutch of Morelia bredli babies with any luck. So the female has had 3 meals since coming up from her winter brumation. She's had a medium, and then a few days later she had a large, and then about 4 days later she had an extra large, which was yesterday. And so now she is packed. She's sitting on the heat. She is huge. And in theory, that's the trigger she needs to come out of winter, that everything's good for breeding. This guy came out of winter. He's had 2 meals. He's ready to go. He's active. So we're going to get them paired up, see if we can't produce bredlis 2 years in a row. Not that it's a crazy feat, other people do it, but for me it's still relatively new, so I'll be happy to see lightning strike twice. So very happy about the prospect of another healthy clutch of bredlis, hopefully not as male heavy, and maybe this entire clutch won't be spoken for before it hatches. He went right on in, without question or hesitation, straight into the hide with the female. Not that I had any doubts, but it's nice to see when the male goes in cordially and with the bredlis, and they go straight into familiar territory and start cozying up right in with their females. The male bredlis python went straight in with his female. The corn snake went in and started sniffing around, and they're pretty active, so he'll find her shortly. They're right up in there. It's really cool. I will be very much looking forward to seeing what they do, looking forward to any breeding activity. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted and bring you along, but I figured this would be a little short update on some of the breeding activity with the animals we just brought out of winter. You'll notice that I didn't do anything with the hognose in this video. I've been learning that they take a little more time. We don't want to do some pairings yet. Basically right now, feeding the female, waiting for a shed, then we'll start doing some intros. Fed the male once, he reluctantly took a meal. Fed the female once. The first time she was reluctant. Yesterday she was a little more interested, so they're starting to get a little bit more active. So over the next couple weeks, I'm hoping we'll start to see them sort of perk up and get ready to get going. So very excited to learn this new breeding process with a new species, if they want to go. If not, we're going to learn about not breeding them and failing. So either way, looking forward to learning and experiencing that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, a little bit shorter than the last one. Don't forget to check out my sponsors, Reptile Husbandry Designs. Use that code RR10 to get you 10% off at checkout on some 3D printed snake and reptile perching and awesome furnishing and husbandry related items. Also go check out Reptiles Express. Use code Riley50 to get you 50% off of the FedEx shipping rates for up to 10 labels per customer. If you're doing any shipping as the weather warms up, get your supplies and everything else you need from them as well. And with all the money you're going to save on shipping from using that code, take that and put that towards a USARK and USARK Florida membership. Become a member one way or the other. Your membership really matters. They're the only group of professionals out there working against unjust legislation aimed at the reptile hobby. So let's support the people who support us. And speaking of support, if you want to support what I've got going on over here, be keyed in onto advance notice of babies before the public, get discounts on merch, etc., things like that. And join the Patreon. We've got an awesome Discord community going too. It's really great. A lot of wonderful people in there, some cool chats going on. So look me up, Riley Jimison on patreon.com. My patrons are wonderful. Thank you very much to each and every one of you. Thank you to everybody who's been enjoying the massive output of videos and content that I've been doing. I've just been having fun. Let me know, comments. Love getting all the comments. Share it around. Love the influx of numbers. I love watching the stats go up. So appreciate y'all. See you next time.